In this video, we're going to use place value understanding to round whole numbers to the nearest 10 or 100. In this case, we are going to round to the nearest 100. The rule wants us to look at the number in the tens place and ask yourself, is it 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4? Then we do no more. And if it's 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, we're going to raise that score. So let's take a look at this number 375 so we can identify the tens place. We know that our 5 is in the ones place, our 7 is in the tens place. Let's go ahead and apply that rule to example number 1. Round 424 to the nearest 100. The first thing we're going to do is to list the 200s closest to 424. So 400 and 500. So 424 lies between 400 and 500. Let's just list the numbers in between so we can know exactly where to place our 424. Now, if you notice, you don't see 424 listed there, but 424 lies between 420 and 430. The rule wants us to determine which 100 lies closest to 424. Is it 400 or is it 500? So let's apply the rule. 0, 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, do no more. 5, 6, 7, 8, who do you appreciate? 9. We better raise that score. So let's zoom in on 424. And first thing we want to do is identify our tens place. So that tens place would be our 2. So based on the rule, are we going to do no more or are we going to raise the score? If you say do no more, you are exactly correct. Because 2 is less than 5. So we do no more. So where does 424 closest to? Is it closest to 400 or is it closest to 500? 4 in the ones place and our 2 in the tens place is all going to be replaced by zeros. And we're going to keep our 4. So 424 is closest to 400. Hope that makes sense. Let's look at a different way of coming up with our answer. So we're going to do the same thing we did. We're going to list the 200s closest to 424, which is 400 and 500. And then we're going to list all the numbers in between so we know exactly where our 424 lies. It lies between 420 and 430. So now we are going to do a different method. We're going to do some bunny hops. So I'm going to start off at 400 until I get to 424. So let's do some hops. 1, 2, 3. 3 hops. Now let's hop from 500 to 424. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 hops it took me to get from 500 to 424. Is it closest to 400 or is it closest to 500? I took 3 hops to get from 400 to 424, and it took me 8 hops to get from 500 to 424. If you say 400, you are correct. Let's look at example number 2. We're going to round 766 to the nearest 100, but we're going to list the 200s closest to 766. We have 700, we have 800. Let's list all the numbers in between so we can pinpoint exactly where 766 lie. Now remember, it's not listed on your screen, but we can estimate that it falls between 760 and 770. So we estimate where 766 lie. So now let's go ahead and zoom in on 766. First, we're going to identify the tens place. And our tens place, that's going to help us determine what we're going to do with our 7. So here's our tens place, our 6. Let's apply the rule. 0, 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, do no more. 5, 6, 7, 8, who do you appreciate? 9. You better raise that score. The number in the tens place happens to be a 6. So what are we going to do? If you say 5 or more, we raise that score. You are absolutely correct. 5 or more, raise the score. So my 6 in the ones place and my 6 in the tens place are all going to become 0. And I'm going to raise my score, so my 7 becomes a 8. Very good. My 7 becomes an 8. Hope that makes sense. Now it's your turn. So you're going to round 883 to the nearest 100. But first I want you to list the 200s closest to 883. So pause the video and give it a try. All right, let's check on what you got. So I'm going to list my 200s closest to 883. 800 and 900, and then I'm gonna list all my numbers in between. Hope you did that. Now we're gonna zoom in on our 883. We're gonna estimate, okay, or guesstimate where that 883 lies. So which method did you use? Did you do the 1, 2, buckle my shoe, 3, 4, do no more, 5, 6, 7, 8, who do you appreciate, 9? You better raise that score. Or did you do the bunny hop? I am just going to do the bunny hop to determine where does my 883 closest to which 100. I am going to start off hopping from my hundreds place. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, it took me 9 hops to get there. But I want you to notice that I'm hopping as 1, 2, but our increments are going up by 10. So this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So the 9 is actually 90 because we're counting in tens. But I just think it will just be easier so we can just hop using our ones. Hope that makes sense. Now, how many hops is going to take me to get from 900 to 883? 1, 2. It took me 2 hops to get there. So which 100 is it closest to? If you say 900, you are absolutely correct. High five. Good job. Remember, you can pause, rewind, rewatch as many times as you like.